I beg your pardon. I
Hey,
have been going
hold
around
on.
with a pirate
Who are you?
who never set sail on the high seas.
Wait a moment. We've already spoken to each other.
No, I've never seen you here. And so many people have been bothering us today that I'm not letting you in too. Come back in a week, at the earliest.
Strictly speaking, he hasn't even left the harbor.
Hey, hold on. Who are you?
Could it be you're having memory problems?
Oh no! How did you know that, damn it? I was known as Lucy the Contract Killer. And then someone shot me and I fell down a crevice. Or wait, I think it happened when I was assembling this machine for my brother. Damn, I just can't remember. My short-term memory has been making things difficult for me recently. I think I would prefer to be alone now.
No wonder he's known as the Pitiful.
What?
Hey,
I'm
hold
called
on.
the...
Who are you?
Forget it.
Hey, Lucy, my old friend. We meet again at last.
How do you know my name?
We were at school together.
Were we? But I don't seem to recognize you. Oh, my memory.
I'll tell everyone that you made out with Ramon back then.
What do you mean, Ramon? Oh my, that would be so embarrassing. Okay, you nasty former classmate, welcome to our camp. But don't break anything, and don't steal anything. Gypsies know some good curses.
Witch!
Leave Oscar alone, you runt.
I've seen you before somewhere.
An oracle sent me here. I'm looking for the ghost of a girl.
Hasn't somebody already asked me about ghosts? I think there were these English people.
English people?
Now you listen here. I want nothing to do with this ghost business. They're interfering enough already, in the truest sense of the word. These ongoing interferences are causing me problems the whole time with the Enigma machine.
What is Enigma?
Enigma is the acronym for the electromagnetic transmitting and receiving machine I've built.
Tell me more.
This thing enables us to keep in contact with other gypsies and to exchange information. Strangely enough, we gypsies generally set up our camps there, where the underground energy fluxes of the souls meet. It's a funny habit of ours.
Tell me more.
But these energy fluxes can collide with the Enigma waves, and then, whoops! The soul of a ghost is caught in the booster sphere. Then it can't get out, and we have to switch the booster. We deliberately pointed the antenna up instead of down underground, you see? If it reached down into the earth, it would have a direct link to the soul flux. What a load of crap. Have you any more questions?
So you've trapped the souls of ghosts in spheres?
Yes, and we haven't a clue of how to get the poor souls out again.
Can Enigma attract the souls of ghosts?
Sometimes by accident, yes. As I said, they end up in the booster spheres. It would be much worse if the antenna was in the ground.
How did you come up with the idea of building an electromagnetic transmitter?
We gypsies are on the road a great deal, so we have few friends and lots of time to read. But my smart brother Richie devised it. I just fixed it all together. And when I did, I got a few electric shocks.
That explains a few things. I think I know enough about Enigma and the souls of ghosts for now.
Great. The English who came before didn't see anything. I sent them to my brother. You really should meet my brother. He's a bit funny in the head, poor boy.
What do you know about these English people?
They turned up here a few days ago. They were asking Mom about ghosts the whole time. During the day, they are up in the forest, gathering the ingredients for the ritual Mom is going to help them with. At night, they sleep in one of our caravans. They paid us fairly well.
Would you turn the Enigma machine on for me?
So, who would you like to contact? That's funny. These English were also asking about that. You should ask Mom. We're not meant to turn it on without her permission. She always gets upset when another ghost soul gets trapped in a booster sphere. Mom will be in one of our wagons if you want to find her.
See you later.
He's already done a lot more for us than you have.
Okay, big man. I'll handle the wide-mouthed frog myself.
Oh, yes. Then we have the numbskull giant here.
What the?
We only need to catch this damn rabbit, and these gypsies will help us.
How much longer is it going to take, Ethan? I am tired. The long trip has not improved my condition. Quite the contrary. I sense I have not much time left. I don't want to know what would have happened if we hadn't recruited the spy.
Yes, the information about Transylvania was very helpful.
I can't wait to capture the girl's soul. When body and spirit are united again, I will carry out the experiment at last. I will be young and healthy again.
And I will be alone again. Oh, if I only knew why Mr. Hyde left me.
Ethan, you wimp. You have no idea what it is like to really feel bad.
No?
Believe me.
Of course, Professor.
They're a step ahead of us.
Whatever the professor wants to do, it could have bad consequences. We need to stop her. Think about what the Oracle said. Who knows what awful things the woman is doing with the spirit world?
We can't let them know we're already here.
Excuse me, Professor. I must, briefly step out.
Then go, but quickly.
What? Have you noticed it too?
William?
I smell the English. Right. We need to be careful.
William, up there are Professor Ashcroft and her henchman. You can't miss them.
Wait. I'll take care of that.
So what was that, then?
Freedom! We need to try something else.
Thanks, William. That was really helpful, and not at all predictable.
But no rabbit should actually have been able to escape the death trap.
Who only knows how to hack people into 2 or more pieces. Who in his ghost form won't be much help to us now.
Excuse me. I have a few questions.
Uh-huh. So why would I want to speak with you?
Excuse me? What do you mean?
The whole day long, stupid English people come by and want to know something about ghosts. I don't feel like it anymore. Without a minimum of intelligence, no one gets anywhere with me.
I've long been a match for your intelligence.
You think so? Well, let's have a look. I am excellent in all branches of mathematics and puzzle solving.
Puzzle solving? Is that a science now?
Okay. And I keep myself fit through reading and experiments. So I'm interested in one of those. How about a numbers game from the illumination field?
That's my speciality.
It's very simple. This proved the Koperskian formula for me.
No problem. Let's go.
Okay, I'll start to count then. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But that's impossible. I just can't find her. What would Copper say about this? Not as stupid as she looks, that girl. Someone who you can really talk to.
Excuse me. I have a few questions.
Okay, no problem.
I have a few questions about ghosts.
Ghosts? That's not my field. My strengths lie in mathematics and puzzle solving. It's best to ask Mother about ghosts. She knows them very well.
It's all stated here in the contract, madam. Nobody can understand this contract. The language is so... It's too late now. You should have said that before you signed the contract. But what can we do now? Well, there's nothing you can do now. A mistake in the contract would be the only possible way out. And that is impossible. I wrote and checked the contract myself. And you have never made a mistake before? No, never. Now you listen here, you pest. What am I supposed to do with the children? It's all stated here in the contract, madam. Nobody can understand this contract. The language is so... It's too late now. You should have said that before you signed the contract. But what can we do now? Well, there's nothing you can do now. A mistake in the contract would be the only possible way out. And that is impossible. I wrote and checked the contract myself. And you have never made a mistake before? No, never. Now you listen.
Can I
here,
interrupt
pest.
you a moment?
What am I supposed... Sheesh! What's going on now?
Are you the, Mum?
Is there a problem with it?
Could you tell me more about the Enigma machine?
Ah, you too, eh? The English are also pretty keen on it.
Who are these English people?
The old lady and the Cyclops who handed over a tidy little sum for accommodation and guide services.
Can you use the machine to catch the souls of ghosts?
If we get bad luck, then yes. Or if someone deliberately pointed the antenna in the wrong direction. But first, we must have the right atmospheric conditions for a successful attempt. And second, we must perform an ancient ritual for which we will require certain ingredients.
What kind of ingredients?
I need some truffles, a few yellow mushrooms, and a rabbit for the ritual.
Okay, I see. I'll get these for you right away.
But as long as this blood-sucking lawyer is bothering me with this contract, then I can't help you anyway. It's all stated here in the contract, madam. Nobody can understand this contract. The language is so...
Can I interrupt you a moment?
Yes, please.
What's all this funny business with the lawyer then?
Funny? I don't see what's so funny about it. So, stupidly, we signed an agreement, which he now keeps waving under our nose. It's allegedly to authorize the old cutthroat to drive us out of here. Silencio! You're making no sense, sir. What a beautiful French name you have. You should be really proud of it. I'll keep calling you Cutthroat anyway.
Why did you sign the agreement when you really didn't want to?
The State Bank of Transylvania offered us a fantastic loan. So we simply had to grab the chance.
And didn't read the small print?
What do you think? Of course we read it all. We just didn't understand it. The thing has been written in finest Romanian officialese. That's like a damned foreign language. Well, And now he's been coming here day in, day out to talk to us about it. And on the dot of the witching hour, you disappear again, do you not, Mr. Lawyer? And how irritating you are with your odd movements. There's something not quite right about you, man. Madam, I could say the same about you. A bizarre story, as you can see.
Could you tell me more about the Enigma machine?
Ah, you too, eh? The English are all...
Can you use the machine to catch the soul?
If we get bad luck. But first, and second,
What kind of ingredients?
I need...
Okay.
But as long as it's too late now, you should have said that before you signed the
Can I
contract.
interrupt you a moment?
Yes, please.
But what do gypsies have to do with ghosts?
The old alliance between gypsies and the dead? Huh, you're brave. But it takes quite a while. Have you got enough time?
Sure, I have some time.
Then, let's start at the beginning. The first signs of ghosts date back to around 2000 BC. But it's likely that ghosts have been speaking to humans from the beginning of time. But humans didn't always have the gift of being able to listen to them. The first evidence of this was uncovered in the desert of... Well, and as you can imagine, they were pretty keen about it, naturally. May I just interrupt you briefly? No, you can just shut your mouth. Where were we? Oh, yes. Back then in Paris, the church came into possession of the documents. But the priest of Notre Dame doubted their authenticity. And rightly so. The scientist Pierre Onlong, who was carrying out research on ghosts. Well, that's why ghosts are bound to humans, when they possess the magical object.
Ah, I understand. That was a vital piece of information for me.
Yeah, no problem. Oh, it's pretty late now.
Yes. And where's the lawyer?
The lawyer? Ah, that's strange. He always vanishes at precisely 5 minutes before midnight. So, at least I get some peace at night. But in the morning, he's always back here again punctually. And he won't let that damn document out of his sight. If only I could get my hands on it.
A wolf!
It doesn't seem to be in an especially good mood.
First and foremost, it looks hungry.
Wait, is it trying to tell us something?
Should I make contact with this creature?
This is your big moment, Big Chops. Make yourself useful.
Ah, I understand. And you mean...
What? What does it say?
You would never believe me. The poor thing was bitten a few weeks ago.
What? By another wolf? A bear?
No, by a human.
What?
From a rabid human, to be precise. And since that occurrence, he wakes up at the stroke of midnight every night, somewhere. And he has no idea how he got there. And he's covered with tattered human clothing.
What? Does he eat humans while he's unconscious?
No. The rags are on his body, as if he had been wearing them. And that's not all. Since then, he's had a huge appetite for carrots and has stopped eating meat.
Oh my, we have to help him.
We have to do that. That's our top priority.
Wait a moment, though. That's not really so bad, is it? He wakes up wearing human clothes and eats nothing but carrots. So what?
What? Not so bad? Of course it's bad. In any case, I'm staying here until we've helped him.
Me too.
And me too.
Boniface, ask him his name. Should I speak with him a bit? He already gets on my
Now,
nerves enough.
Old lad.
Oscar?
What's your name?
Traps are my speciality. Out with the carrot!
He doesn't understand.
Can I interrupt you a moment?
Yes, please.
What's this long story about gypsies and ghosts again?
The old alliance between gypsies and the dead? Huh, you're brave. But it takes quite a while. Have you got enough time?
Sure, I have some time.
Then, let's start at the beginning. The first signs of ghosts date back to around 2000 BC. But it's likely that ghosts have been speaking to humans from the beginning of time. But humans didn't always have the gift of being able to listen to them. The first evidence of this was uncovered in the desert of... And in fact, the Holy Grail originated from the same source. But the English found themselves at war against the European mainland. So, Sir Graham Gillian couldn't take it to the site of the discovery, even today. People still talk of his cunning plan to dispose of the Grail again and free himself from the curse. As you can imagine, he had to reckon with his son's vengeance. Well, so the wheel comes full circle.
And what was all that about Peppino's sister again?
Forget her. She was more surface than substance.
Ah, I understand. That figures. What a lot of information. Yet another day of revelations.
Well, stories about ghosts have many bizarre but interesting aspects. That's enough about aspects, madam. Allow me to enlighten you regarding some interesting aspects of this agreement. Here we go again. It's all stated here in the contract, madam. Nobody can understand this contract. Oh? A carrot! What's happening to me? I need to bury it.
What was that then?
Forget it. It won't help if we simply throw the document away.
Why not?
He has another copy. Two, to be exact. We should be able to find a crucial error in it. One that will invalidate the entire document.
Let's have a look then.
As silly as this sounds, nobody can understand the thing, so you'll probably just be wasting your time.
We'll see. Bonifacius?
A document? Let me have a look at that. It should not be a problem. However,
What do you mean, however?
well, if it's not some godless text.
Hey, everything has its limits.
Very well, very well. Maybe I'll make an exception.
Maybe.
I'll get onto it right away. Wait a minute. So, we have it. It's translated.
You see?
An agreement. I never want to be bothered with a thing like that again. I should go and wash my hands. Respect. I beg your pardon. I have been going around with a pirate who never set sail on the high seas. Strictly speaking, he hasn't even left the house.
That cannot be. The deadly death.
No wonder he's known as the Pitiful.
What? I'm called the... Oh, forget it.
Excuse me. I have a few questions.
Go on, I'm listening.
Didn't you say earlier that you were good at puzzle solving?
Puzzle solving? That's my speciality. Why?
I might have something here from the field of, jurication.
What? Jurication? This field is completely unknown to me.
Well, look here. The question is this document correct or incorrect?
Good. Then let's have a look. This references paragraph 14. Well, let's have a look. Ah, paragraph 36 is significant, but only if... No. Strange. Ah, I thought so. Section 278, second paragraph, fourth clause is brought into play, but not when... You take into account section 487, paragraph 3, clause 4. The female accused... Ha! I've got it! The document is clearly incorrect.
Really? How so?
Well, don't you see it? According to paragraph 73, in conjunction with paragraphs 317 and 67, if clause 1 of paragraph 673 and the footnote of paragraph...
Is there a short version?
Okay. This concerns my... let's say, my mother.
Okay. What about her?
Well, perhaps you've noticed that she's having something of an identity crisis.
Happens to us all sometimes, eh?
In any case, the accused is clearly here designated as a female.
Yes, and...
Mrs., get it? It should say Mr. And according to section 867B, the document is therefore invalid and false. That was easy. Have you got any more?
Unfortunately not. But many thanks for your help.
It's all stated here in the contract, madam. Nobody can understand this contract. What is it now?
We found a mistake in the contract.
Well, that's a good bit of news. And what's that then?
Well, he's assuming the person who signed was a woman.
I was, in a manner of speaking.
But not really.
I see. So, does that make the contract invalid?
As soon as we have proof of the, circumstances.
I must.
Exactly.
Nothing could be easier. So, mister, the document is only valid for women, of course. It was also signed by you, madam. Honored lawyer, valued witnesses, I present Exhibit A. Oh my God! I feel sick. Everything is spinning.
The wolf is, or was, a were-man.
A grisly-looking creature. Get out of here.
I can handle him.
Without the lawyer, the day might still be fairly bare.
I'm speechless. He was a were-man. They really exist.
Every night, the poor beast is transformed into the most terrible human creature you could imagine. A lawyer!
Oh! And what is he? A ghost? And does he want to join us?
Yes and no. With animals, it's a bit different. He can't really understand us and won't accept commands.
So far that applies to William too.
But, Mary, he will let you see things through his eyes. Animals are generally of the opinion that humans should look at it from their perspective more often.
What? How? Do you mean...
Why should I keep talking? Go on, just try it.
You did well with that, lawyer, I must say. I could never have done it alone.
I'd like to use your transmitter to catch a ghost soul.
We actually never do that intentionally. Do you have a strong bond with the ghost? Is it likely to be close by? Not that we want to lure Napoleon into the booster sphere. Or Attila the Hun. I imagine that would be pretty unpleasant.
I think the link is fairly strong.
We shall see. I need the ingredients for the ritual. The air humidity in here is still not high enough, as the soul flux runs underground, and our antenna is pointing upwards. The probability of catching any ghosts isn't very high. You must bring the ingredients for the ritual. Yellow mushrooms, some truffles, and a rabbit.
A few especially tasty yellow mushrooms.
Leave Oscar alone, you runt. He's already done a lot more for us than you have.
Okay, big man. I'll handle the wide-mouthed frog myself.
Made entirely
Oh,
from
yes.
metal,
Then we
with a
have the
very
numbskull
practical handle.
giant here, who only knows how to hack people into 2 or more pieces. Who in his ghost form won't be much help to us now.
That's a job for the expert. Here, Deck
That's
Swabber.
handy.
Hey, did he just talk
I can't
about
explain
chopping
that.
people up? Who could do that besides me?
And then there's the depressed bottle genie.
Confucius says we should focus on our mission.
I think that will do as an antenna. But how do I point it towards the soul stream? The antenna is lowered, but I can't connect it to the machine myself.
And what might that be, if you please? Picking blueberries?
I've seen you before somewhere.
I need some help with the antenna.
Isn't it working? One of my easiest experiments.
I'd rather not. Eating...
I just fixed it all together.
Our mission is to get Emily's ghost back. And maybe to protect the entire ghost world from their certain doom.
Ah, you again.
I'd like to use your transmitter to catch a ghost soul.
We actually never do that intentionally. We shall see. I need the ingredients for the ritual. The air humidity in here is still not high enough. The antenna is now pointing into the earth to be nearer to the soul flux. But we're not really well prepared. Now we have everything. Finally, the correct ingredients for a traditional gypsy soup. Ha!
What? Soup? But I thought...
The ritual is to appease the souls. The hungry gypsy souls.
So I have gone to all that damn trouble for this?
Listen, I have never activated the Enigma machine for anyone who has not performed this ritual. So, take it easy. The air humidity in here is still not high enough.
It shows that the air here is quite dry.
Ah, you again.
I'd like to use your transmitter to catch a ghost soul.
We actually never do that intentionally. We shall see. You have already brought me the ingredients for the ritual. The air humidity is okay now. The antenna is now pointing into the earth to be nearer to the soul flux. I think we're ready.
Well, we have reached the correct air humidity.
Then we can just fire the box up.
Is anything likely to happen?
No. Only kidding. We could be blown sky high.
Oh,
Here we go. Stand back.
Emily? Emily, I can see you! Don't be frightened. Everything will be all right. This time I'll make everything right. Trust me. What? What are you pointing at? Behind me?
What have you done?
Ha-ha! We're finally free of it!
You are an animal.
Are we going home now at last?
Ethan, just shut your mouth and get the sphere. Yes, we're going home. At last.
Hello? Is anyone there?
We're still there.
What's this? We're in the Orient.
It could also be a London hotel with oriental decor.
Look, there's water all around us.
Oh no, we've ended up in Confucius's goldfish bowl.
Did the witch mother not say that the souls of ghosts are sometimes caught in glass balls? Damn it! This is a glass ball! We are trapped!
But Mary is here too. How is that possible?
So am I dead?
Well, you look very much alive to me, but I've been wrong before.
She is actually not blue in the face.
And there's even air in here. It could be you're still alive.
But then she would be rather small.
I can only imagine that if we repeat the event, maybe we'll get back.
But for that, we need...
A bolt of lightning. Nothing more. Unfortunately, you never know when or where it's ever going to strike.
We know.
How? Because you got a piece of paper from the future that tells you the next time Confucius's bowl is going to be hit by lightning?
No, I will pray to the Lord to send a bolt of lightning.
The Lord has kept himself well out of it so far, and it can stay that way as far as I'm concerned.
Then I won't.
How is lightning created? Did it not have something to do with warm and cold clouds that rub against each other?
Great. So we need warm and cold clouds. And where are we supposed to get them, smarty trews?
Confucius can assume different physical states, so he can become a cloud.
Where is Confucius anyway?
He's probably around here somewhere making himself green tea. He lives here after all. Say, where is the goldfish? It must be about as big as a whale. I don't want it to eat me by accident.
I think he didn't take the lightning bolt so well.